All right, y'all. I've been teasing a Pirate Mountain update for a while, and I'm finally ready to show you kind of where I'm at with this and talk about kind of where this is going, what this might look like in another couple weeks or a month or so. Okay, so ignore the kind of mess that's kind of around it. It's kind of work in progress. But I'm kind of loving where this is going. I know some of y'all have seen little teases of this throughout the last couple of videos I've been doing. I'm finally ready to kind of talk about where we're at with this. So as you know, this is all modular. You can see it splits right there. This splits in a couple different pieces this way. I think this is like one piece, one piece, one piece, one piece. And then Ominous Isle, the main part's one piece as well. And then this whole back thing's one giant piece as well. So that's been kind of one of the challenges to kind of work around, is making it look like it's all one thing, even though it's a bunch of pieces. Because again, my goal is to take this to conventions and shows and stuff. And so I'm doing two things. I'm first off making sure that it does break down into pieces. And then secondly, it is built strong enough to travel wherever it needs to travel to. But yeah, so kind of here's where we're at with this. So I haven't done any of the tiling on this, because I'm still trying to decide a couple things with that before I start tiling that all down. Because once you start to do all the tiling, like this over here, it just becomes impossible to change anything. And so I don't want to get to that point yet, because there's a couple of ideas that I have in here that I want to kind of work through in my head before I actually commit to this. But you can see there's all kinds of foliage everywhere. I'm definitely going to probably add a little bit more kind of as we go. But the idea is to maybe put like a rowboat or something tied up here, because this is the only access to the path right here, where you can see the pirate lady is going up. And so you can see the little cannon here, and we'll talk about this cannon in a little bit, because you can see this is not just your typical cannon. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then obviously this is bricked in there as well. But the path kind of goes up here, kind of goes along here, cuts kind of zigzags back all the way up and goes into the little cave there. And then the cave comes out over here and then goes on across. And then this is where I need to really do some thinking, because I got to figure out what this whole area looks like. One of the things I would really like to do is Ominous Isle came with these incredibly awesome and fun kind of new style rope bridges. And so I would like to kind of work that into somewhere on the mountain as well. I think that would be super fun to just kind of incorporate that kind of look up through the whole area. Because I think that would really kind of tie it all in. You can see I've used some of the little like stairway stanchions with the brown wieners to hopefully try and tie some of that in. I've changed over to brown coconuts rather than the dark nougat coconuts that were on Ominous Isle. I've changed over to brown because I think coconuts are more brown than they are that dark nougat. But anyways, I've kind of kept that same look kind of going throughout the whole thing. And there's a lot of pieces in here, y'all. Like, I think my best guesstimate is there's probably already about 1,000 just slope pieces in here. And it's all burps behind here. It's kind of like the supporting structure. But there's some of the old palm tree trunks worked in here with the old style leaves, the new style leaves. I absolutely love these leaves. I was just talking to someone that I think this is one of the best new molds that we've gotten from Lego in the last couple years. I've got the bigger versions worked in here as well. And just kind of working through a bunch of things here. But we're going to look at one more thing too. I'm also have been working in some little like hidden features. So like there's one of the old like Islander stone things. You can see this one I want to work in up here somewhere. So I just pulled these off of the old Islander sets. Not pulled, I kind of recreated them off the old Islander sets. And I'm just kind of sticking them in throughout here. I will probably hide a couple Islanders in amongst this whole thing. I like it, like I said, there's gonna be lots of little scenes, especially kind of going up this side here. This is just mostly like pathway, right, to kind of get up there. But super excited about this. And now let me show you what I think is probably the coolest part of where we're going with this whole thing. So hold on, let me switch something on for 1 second and we'll take another look. All right, so y'all knew I had to do some lighting on this thing. And so this is kind of where we're at currently. Obviously there will be some more lighting kind of down here, but it'll tie in more with the beach area than it will with the pirate mountain. I'm kind of trying to create a pretty clean cut here between the beach and modern stuff and the pirate stuff. So I'm just kind of working on this area over right now. But you can see the torches really kind of light up that pathway. That pathway really sticks out whenever you turn on the lights. You can see that there's even a little guy carrying a lantern back in there. Same thing over here. You can see the skull's eyes are lighting up. There will be some more lights in here. I had to kind of work in wires as I was going. And so I definitely haven't gotten this far yet because the wireage for this is going to go that way. And so I just hadn't needed to do that yet. I wanted to get this part done to kind of see where we're at with it. And I'm really excited about this. And then obviously Ominous Isle has some cool lighting. I think I do want to get some sort of light up here. I just need to figure that out at some point. But then obviously Ominous Isle opens up. Let me see if I can do this without breaking a whole bunch of things. Let me pull the bridge off. And the whole inside of Ominous Isle is filled up and lit as well. I hate that you can't really see this too much from the actual outside, but obviously, you know, I can pop that open pretty easily, and you can see all the treasure down there on the bottom. Let me see if I get that to zoom in a little bit better. Let's zoom in a little bit. There's tons of treasure down there. Captain down there kind of making sure it's all getting in there. But yeah, and then so obviously the front of Ominous Isle is lit up as well. The sides, you can see the captain's ladies waiting up there for him. And yeah, there's some gems on the thing over there. I moved this bookshelf. Used to be up against there, and the problem was it blocked the eyes. And so now, when this is closed, let me see if the camera will let me do this. Come on. This is much harder than I thought it was going to be. But anyways, you can kind of see through the eyes now, and the eyes actually lit up. Before it wasn't, it didn't, it was all blocked off, and so you couldn't see. So there's kind of the view through the port as well there, and then obviously there's a little side door here on Ominous Isle that you can look into as well. And yeah, I really think the lighting added a whole lot. Now, let's talk about this super cool thing. So this is something that I saw at Brickworld, and I contacted Brickstuff, who's the company that makes this. And I'm working on a couple things with them, but this is kind of the first round of this. This is something that they already had built and ready to go. It's an all-in-one thing. I'll show you here in a minute. But it does the lighting of the torch, it does the firing of the cannon, then obviously the sound with the hit as well. And it's all kind of one thing. There's a little speaker kind of up on the top side of that that cave, so it sounds like it's coming from there as well, which is super fun as cool. Yeah, I'm super excited. I got another one I'm going to put in somewhere. I'm hoping to add them into some ships and really kind of have them everywhere in this entire layout. So that's kind of where that's going, and I'm very, very excited about that. They've been really fun to work with, and I've kind of given a little bit of feedback. We'll see if they change some of the connection points for the speaker because it's on a short kind of tether. But I made it work for this, obviously, but hiding it in some other places, like if I wanted to light this or put it up in here, that would probably be a little bit more of a challenge just because of the kind of cableage. So let me turn the lights back on, and we'll talk about kind of what some of the other plans are here with this. So this is the kit with the cannon. You have to email them to get it right now. I know that he's working on getting it put onto his site Rob's super cool and super fun to work with. So I know he's working on getting this put on his site, but you have to email them to get it for right now. So I have 2 of them. Obviously, the one's installed. It comes with all the little parts for the actual cannon. These are all authentic Lego parts as well, I should say. There's no knockoff Lego parts here. The cannon comes pre-wired. The torch comes pre-wired. And then here's the board with the speaker. And see how that cable's short on the speaker? So I kind of want them to lengthen this cable a little bit just to give some more options, or making it have a connector of some sort so you can route it through some stuff. But anyways, you connect up some of these, and just connect the cannon here. Connect the torch in there, and then there's a couple different modes. I think you can turn off sound. You can turn off the hit, and those type of things. So there's a couple different options. I'm also using Brickstuff's flicker board for all the individual lights. And if you remember my video talking about the mushroom stuff over on the other end of the city, it's the exact same system. So you can get a board and expansion boards, and they all flicker individually. So you can see that none of them are flickering together. They all flicker individually, which is awesome, and definitely something that you don't see from any of the other companies right now, is that individual flickering. And this is all controlled by a board, so you can change the speed, change the pattern, and all that, which is super cool as well, because they do also make flicker LEDs, but there's no control over that. And so with this being an actual circuit board, you can actually control them individually. I think you can hook up to 30 together. So obviously I will definitely be putting a whole lot more in here. And the other super cool thing is the way that they have it set up is you can put individual expansion boards, and they make 6 and 12s. And so there's a 6 hiding underneath here for this bottom area. There's a 6 hiding up underneath here for this area. And then the main board is picking up some of the stuff over here. And then I'll continue those on around as well. So it's nice for when this comes apart, I don't have to plug in a whole bunch of things. The board kind of stays with that chunk of stuff. And so it makes it really easy to give individual flicker control to a whole bunch of things without having to unplug and replug a whole bunch of wires whenever it gets moved. So that's kind of what's going on with all the lighting stuff at the moment. At the top here, like I said, I'm really wanting to get that bridge kind of across here. And I'm trying to figure out what kind of some of the other old pirate sets I can kind of work into up here. I'm thinking up here at the very top, there's a couple of the old pirate sets that have like a skull that like retracts to reveal like a cave. And so I'm thinking about maybe taking this top section off and doing that type of thing at the top there. Because I think that would be super fun, and maybe even like turn it a little bit. Again, I'm trying to make a pretty clean break between the pirate stuff and the rest of the city. So I think keeping that pirate face turned a little bit would be beneficial. I'm going to do a couple more of these because I think these are just fun. Definitely hide some islanders in here. Might even hide some rock monsters throughout, I think would be kind of fun. Do just a couple little hidden things around here. I'm definitely going to get some more skeletons to kind of stick around. And definitely some more torches and stuff to make sure it's pretty well lit so you can see everything, even when the lights are off. So that's my pirate update for right now. Obviously, I have lots more to do. This is really, I'm going to say conservatively a quarter of the way done. Because obviously I still need to do all of this. I still need to do that whole back side yet. And we haven't even touched the El Dorado yet. And I got to get the other island parts of Ominous Isle built in as well. So there's still tons to be done here. But y'all, I'm super excited about this. I'm really going totally all in on this. It's been fun to see what, and initially my brain was just going to be like a throwaway corner backdrop thing, become something that's going to be really freaking awesome. I've been buying up some more pirates, some more Imperials, some more kind of accessory things like that to really add a bunch of details into this. And both nostalgia and some of the newer stuff. Obviously, there's rumors of one set stuff coming out, which I know nothing about, but I know it's kind of pirate themed. And so I'm excited to see what that can add to this. And You know, Lego's been doing some of the nostalgia things lately. There's a rumored Black Like Pearl coming later on this year too. So I'm hopeful that we'll get some more pirate stuff that I can work into this kind of as we go. And there's definitely, because don't forget, this whole thing sits back there. So I'm going to have this whole area here to do a bunch of piratey things with as well, with ships and all kinds of things. So very excited about all that. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to follow along, because lots of really cool stuff. And I think my next update will be about the Orient Express project, because I think that's nearing completion. So thanks, y'all.